Hey guys, and it's time for another quick LeetCode question and explanation. This problem is called the two sneaky numbers problem, and you're given a list of numbers where two of those numbers will appear more than once. So in this case here, we can see 2 appears twice and 3 appears twice. Your task is to basically go through this list, figure out what those numbers are, and then return them in a list of any order. So in this case, you could return 2, 3, or 3, 2. Let's run through a simple solution. I'm going to define, first of all, a set. I'm also going to do an output. I'll do these both on the same line. So scene is going to be an empty set, and the output is going to be an empty list. And I'm using a set because lookups in sets are done in constant time, which means that as this grows, this isn't going to grow massively in terms of time complexity. And then we'll iterate over nums by saying for n in nums. And the way to figure out which numbers appear twice is to add each number to the set, but first check to see if that number is already in there. So what we're going to do is say if n is in scene, okay? And then if n happens to already be a number we've seen, what we need to then do is take that number and put it into our output list here. So we will do output.append of n here. And then underneath this, we're then going to do scene.add of n like this. So let's just quickly run through this. If a number's already been put in the set, that must mean that it appears more than once, so therefore we append it to this here. Now let's print off our output, and we should see 3 or 2 or 2 and 3. And we see 3 and 2, which is correct here. LeetCode says you can return this in any order, so it doesn't really matter. And my question to you guys is, if you were analysing this, what do you think the time complexity of this is? I'd love to see what your suggestions are in the comments. Does this run in linear time, or is this better, or is this worse? Or do you have any other ideas as to how you could solve this in a more efficient way?